Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another homework help video. I'm Charlotte Foster. I'm a junior in Dr. Neat's 5th period class, and I'm a super AP. And I'm going to be explaining how to do homework number 9. So basically your task is to create a random array. It's just all the digits 0 to 9. And then we're going to tally like how many zeros there are, 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, so on and so forth. So this was kind of a difficult assignment. Dr. Neat gave you guys 2 weeks to do this. So if you figured out how to do it, kudos to you. If you had some trouble with it and that's why you're here, no problem. That's why I'm here to help you guys out. So there are a lot of ways to do this. I talked to some of the kids in my period that are APs. I'm helping them out. And I saw a lot of different ways to do this. I saw while loops, I saw for loops. One kid made a method and ran that 9 times. So if you got it to work, that is good job. There's no one right way to do this. Some ways are objectively more efficient than others, and I don't even know if my way is the most efficient. Honestly, making the method might have been the most efficient, but I'm just going to show you one solution, and this is how I did it. But if you did it another way and you got it to work, then that is absolutely legit too. So let's just jump right into it. So we have our 2 arrays, counter, which is going to be like our tallying, and then a bunch of ints for while loops. Then I'll explain what this guy's commented out in a minute. So this first while loop should look pretty familiar. We're just filling the first one with digits 0 to 9, and then this next one is kind of where the program runs. And these last 2 are just printing it out, so I'm just going to ignore those. I'm going to assume that you guys understand how that works. That's just printing out the first one, printing out the second one. So these whole, let's see, what is this, like 13 lines of code is the main meat of the program. So we have a while loop here, while b, which is just 0, is less than the length of our tally array. We're going to set counter back to 0 every time we go to the top of this while loop. And then I go into a for loop. So in these videos, I've been trying to use while loops for you guys because I think for loops are like lab 39 or something like that. And I don't know. I'm only in one period. I don't know how far along all of you guys are, so I've been trying to stick with while loops, which I know you guys know. But I did this homework last year, and I used for loops, and so I tried to copy it with while loops, and it won't work if this is a while loop. I don't know why. I'll show it to you. I honestly couldn't figure out why. It just would not. It just didn't like while loops. Oh, yeah. So that's why this is a for loop. If you don't know what a for loop is, it's a while loop, except it takes the, I don't have to put b++ at the bottom. So we create our counter variable, which is why int c is commented out up there. We tell it we want it to be less than, and we tell it how many to add. So we can do c++, we can do c plus 2 or 3 or whatever. So, but most of the time we're going to do just ++. And then, so yeah, that's what a for loop is if you've never seen that before. And if you have, then you probably have for loops for the rest of this, which is also totally legit and totally good. So then, like we said, set counter to 0, and then we go into this inside for loop. So this would be called nested for loops if I made this one a for loop too. We could just call this nested loops because I guess they're different. And then, so we have if rand of c is equal to b, and then this was just for testing purposes when I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. Then we're going to add 1 to counter. So the first time we go through, right, we're looking for zeros. So because b is 0 the first time through. So if the rand of c, we look at every index of the array, and then we compare it to b. So the first time we're comparing it to zeros. And then if it is a 0, we're going to add 1 to counter. So we go all the way through, find how many zeros there are, and then tally of b. So the first one, which is zeros, it equals to counter. So that's how many zeros there are. Then we add 1. So then b becomes 1, and we go into this for loop again. And we say if the index of c is equal to 1, then we're going to add to counter, go through the entire thing, make a tally of 1, equal to counter, and so you kind of see where this is going. Then we do that for 2 and 3 and 4 all the way, so on and so forth through 9. So this is how I did this. I have just one if statement for the entire thing because these two c and b keep changing. If you have a bunch of if statements for every number, as long as it works, like I said, that's great. So that's how I did it. So let me run it for you. Just compile. Oops, not that. Come on, thank you. Compile. Didn't break anything. Run. So we have our array. We have 1 0, no 1s, 2 2s, no 3s, 1 5, no 6, and then we have 1 8 and 2 9. So there you go. You can see. And then let me show you what I'm talking about with the while loop, because this honestly is bizarre. And if anybody has any suggestions as to why this is happening, let me know. So this should do the same thing, right? While c is less than rand.length, right? This is what we're used to seeing. And then we just increment c at the bottom of this while loop, and then we have to declare in c at the top here, right? So you see that I didn't really change anything. Let me just compile this. The entire thing is null, and I don't know. And then if we add back in this part, it never goes into the if statement, which I don't know. So for this part, if this was happening to you, then I guess you just need a for loop. So for int c 0, c is less than rand.length, c plus plus, right? That's how you do a for loop. And then we comment this out again, comment that out again. Let's see. And then we just compile. Oh, I got a bunch of errors. I probably spelled something wrong. Oh, there we go. And run. And now it works again. So sometimes stuff like this happens where honestly I don't really know why it's not happy with the while loop. But I had a problem like this last year. Me and my partner were doing something similar to this, and we had the same problem with the while loop. It didn't work at all, and with the for loop it worked flawlessly. The code for for loops is probably just written better. This probably isn't even me. It probably has something to do with the way that while loops are written, because they're designed to fulfill the same purpose, just written, differently. So I don't know why mine is working with for loops and not with while loops. But there you go. So that's how you do the homework. And then a little something on for loops versus while loops. So hopefully that was helpful. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.